The stream has started. Welcome to my chill Minecraft stream. And now that I think of it, it is literally chill because take a look at this. I have finished the light blue stained glass. Not all of it can even be in render distance. This is what the castle is going to be on a floating island of ice. And I actually liked light blue stained glass. But the next level is literally going to be this. It's going to be blue ice. And then you see how it's kind of a wide circle of normal ice? That's because that's going to be the interior and it's going to be the floor. Instead of a floor like quartz or planks, it's literally going to be ice. This entire castle, I'm trying to make edible, drinkable, and technically ice, it's edible. You can lick it, freeze your tongue to it. Anyway, I've gathered all the materials and I'm going to start. Hey, Jen. Welcome to the stream. In my last stream, I said that I felt like I needed to place all the glass by myself, just like I designed it all by myself. But that feeling of needing to place all the glass by myself wore off really quickly. I had Jen help me to place the rest of it. And it's one of those things where it goes quicker with two people, not just twice as fast, but many times as fast. Because it's some things are just more fun with a friend. It becomes less of a task and more of just chilling and hanging out. That's actually why I started streaming it. Just placing the blocks by myself, silence or just with some music, is okay. But I also like chatting with people, or maybe there's someone who likes watching light blue stained glass being placed, and this is the best stream ever. Oh wait, now it's blue ice. Yeah, thank you. And I appreciate your help more than you know. Um, go. This blue ice has an interesting story behind it. They just started selling ice at the spawn vendors, cheap. So half of this blue ice was grinded vanilla style, and half of it I could buy with gold. All I have to do is even mention it. Hmm. Yeah, what are friends for if not for free labor? I mean, for, helping out in times of need out of goodwill. I'll pay you later. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I don't need to pay people to seem like I have friends. But do you want it Venmo or PayPal? I mean, never mind. Never mind. Once the stream ends, we'll discuss that compensation. Oh, by the way, I changed up the schematic. Um, the bottom is now different. There were some places where the glass was double layered, and I'm like, I don't even need that in the final one. So I went into Creative, tweaked it, patched up some of the holes, and came back. So the schematic you have is now outdated in the fact that there were actually a few less blocks placed. Cash, PayPal, and Venmo, Apple Cash. Yeah, I'll get it right over to you. Or I can just, immediately on the stream buy you 50 netherite packages. Do you want me to do it right now? I would. I don't know. Oh my goodness. I would. Wait, what? Oh no. Wait. Quitting flags. Oh, it's because it's ice. Yeah, not blue ice. Eat? Why? You sound like Adam. Eat. Oops. No, that's probably wondering what else is in my hand. How about I hold I don't like holding myself in my hand. Oh, you know what? There we go. If I die from hunger or pain, I will literally be saving myself from myself. Do you like seeing it better like this, where the blocks aren't translucent, or like this, where they are translucent, kind of see through? Yeah, I do like it the other way. I feel like this one I'll be able to finish much sooner than the stained glass, not only because there are fewer blocks, but also because it's just nice and flat. So you like not translucent wave. Is that right? I don't really have a preference right now. I meant to do that. That was, for the lulz. Sometimes find it hard for blue blocks to work together. Ice works well with ice because they kind of have a similar texture with a lot of white mixed into it. Packed ice, blue ice, ice. But then you take another blue block lapis and it doesn't work at all with ice. It has the grid marked. It's a much flatter, deeper color. Other blue blocks, blue wool, blue concrete. It's just, they're almost the same block. But then you look for other blues and not too many other blues out there. Um, Copper's kind of bluish, warped wood, but those have a lot of green in them. There's diamond blocks. Those are hard to build with. They're say they look okay with ice, but that's a maybe copper, but that's a bit of a reach even then. I always wanted white wood, and now we got the pale wood. I want different colored leaves. But a nice one would be just more blue blocks. We have so many brown blocks. Brown, different shades of brown, light brown, dark brown are being added all the time. Um, I'd like I'd like some more blue ones. And I'm not talking light blue or cyan, I'm just talking blue blue. Maybe a blue with some new patterns in it. Think about it, blue is probably the color I use the least of any of the colors. Rayoc just opened a wonderful leaf shop. Uh, Always wanted someone who can consistently sell leaves, and now I have it. But opened it when I'm doing an entirely leafless mega build. Love using leaves. Guys have seen. If you've followed my channel, you've seen that I do a ton of custom trees. I love using leaves. It's just interesting timing that I'm just like, get leaves, someone sell leaves. And then as soon as it happens, I start on my leafless mega build. There is one thing I'll be buying though. Um, because Rayoc also sells stripped wood. There's- And look how much stripped wood it has right there, right there, right there. So many of the bridges. Just a ton of stripped wood. It might not look like much, but this is 500,000 blocks. So, yeah, we'll see how much stripped wood has stocked. Ah, translucent. I think Jen has left us. It's almost as if she has a real life. How dare she? I shake my fist. Okay, never mind. You are still here. Yeah, I'm paying you good money. I mean, yeah, you're my friend. You're right. Of course you'd stay. This is so much easier than doing up and down light blue stained glass. In fact, this will probably be the easiest block placement. It was hard to grind blue ice. Um, half of it anyway, but it's easiest to place. Just flat, 2 blocks. Oh, oops. You know what? I need you around at all times, not just for this stream. Uh, you'll just keep an eye on this server. You can actually see health above. Well, you can't see it, but other people it says a certain amount of health, how much health they have left. I just need you around at all times, staring at my health bar while I do everything, and telling me to eat when I need to. That way, I'll never die. Whoa! Oh my gosh, how much am I gonna have to Venmo you for that? Around the clock saturation detection. Oof. Hate it when it lags and I misplace in a block. Go. Or there's some mod that can ping you if you're not at full health or you need to eat or something. Maybe even like an auto eater. There's really a mod for everything. There's probably mods specifically out there where it can be set to a specific food like dried kelp. When you're not at full saturation, you auto eat dried kelp. Eat a lot of dried kelp. The mod would also be able to seek out the shulkers of dried kelp in your inventory and automatically place the shulker, remove the dried kelp, consume it, mine it with the most optimal tool, put it back. Auto kelp. I like this could be made into a good ice boat racing course at the end. See if you can go around without falling off. It may seem easy now, but most of this is going to be covered in builds. And even if it wasn't, ices can be just treacherously out of control. I bet there's a mod too for ice boat racing hacks. Like, you know how there's those PvP hacks where it auto aims and auto clicks and stuff. Wonder if there's one for ice boat racing. Wonder if someone is so obsessed with winning ice boat racings that they use a mod to like stay on the ice and steer the trajectory of the boat. Wonder if that mod has been made. I wish I knew how to create mods. That'd be fun. If I really wanted to, I could probably take the time, but I just don't want to enough to create my own mods when there are so many existing mods out there that I can just use if I look a little long enough. If someone can they link me that the ice boat racing hacks mod? Which would be more concerning, someone who uses an ice boat racing hack mod or someone who made it, designed it. Oops. The one thing I have to be mindful of on this stream is that I'm not allowed to advertise other other servers besides the server I'm on. Otherwise, I'll have to face the consequences, maybe even a ban, perma ban. So that's why this will be my final stream on this server. And I want to say the server that sponsored this video is, not just kidding. The server that I'm on is semisurvivalcraft.com. It's a great server. See how appealing it is in the server list. Give me just a minute. How do they describe it to try to get people here? Oh, there is actually an official site. Oh, that's a pretty cool. That is Resinus's tree. Yeah, it's looking surprisingly good. Actually, I was gonna make fun of how pathetic it looked and then pitch my own promotional message for Semi Survival Craft, but it actually looks really sick if you go to the website. And my pitch for it on the stream would be the one That's pathetic. So I take that back. Go look at the website. Pretty good. I did. I yeah. Last stream advertising another server. Let's say I was sponsored by the first person on the player list. I'm so horror bad. This stream was brought to you by I'm So Horror Bad, the engine of the semi-survival craft economy, the place that sets the market prices. So if you want to do it cheap, you go less than Horrorcast, a shop run by Horror Bad, and Cassidy. Or if you want to sell it higher, you can try to quietly TP people to where you try to give them rip-off prices higher than Horror Bats and make more of a profit. Horror Bad will do anything for diamonds. And I don't even say that in an insulting way. Horvat's already rich. I'm pretty sure Horvat is the richest player on the server, even more than the other rich players. Horvat doesn't collect diamonds just for the sake of diamonds, just to have enough to buy stuff. Horvat collects them to just have them. But I think the process of getting diamonds might be just as fun to Horvat as having them. That is why, Horvat, if you see the stream, I said you were my sponsor. Please give me a shulker of diamond. I mean, never mind, never mind. It was just a joke. It was a joke. Really. You know where to find me. TP. TP. You know what? It's not just the top player in terms of economic power that deserves a shout out. Let's also give a shout out to the player lowest on this list. Solar Test, which I'm pretty sure is Solaris's, are the server owner's alt. I bet they're at, as ever, the spawn point. Um, yeah. No, that's the fake statue of Sithman. Solar Test not here? Wait, what is that? Oh my gosh, it's a monument for the player of the month. This is the greatest news. This is the height of server hype if I can find it. Oh my gosh, Brockbrood, you're the player of the month. What an honor. The emptiest, I mean, the most meaningful honor of all. Getting player of the month is like getting employee of the month. It has no reward. It's kind of like how you get employee of the month because your boss is too stingy to give you a raise. So they say, you doing well doesn't deserve a raise. It deserves your picture on the wall with the forced smile you always take when your picture is being taken. So you get to look at yourself with just the most forced smile on the wall for a month. I don't know if that's why they do employee of the month, but I feel like that's what it is because you're congratulating someone. But if it was true congratulations, wouldn't your boss give you a little pay bump for outperforming everyone else or a bonus? Maybe that comes along with being employee of the month, but I just remember a friend saying, I got employee of the month. And it's like, what else did you get? Oh, my boss said I did a great job. And it's like, did you get a raise? They're like, no, no, but I'm employee of the month. And it's like, oh, uh, 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 that's what it's like getting player of the month on here. It means a lot, but it means absolutely nothing. Uh, you don't know why you won? Really? You don't know why you won? There's three reasons you won. One is I shamelessly gathered up everyone who I knew and said, vote for you. Even people who didn't care who wouldn't vote, I just said, hey, do it. All they had to do was click a button. The second reason is because you deserve it and you're a nice player. And a lot of people voted for you without my encouragement. Uh, and the third reason is because Raven Jill said she would puke if she got Player of the Month again. So when she was ahead, what she did was say to all her constituents, take your vote off me and vote for Brock because you were runner up, just because you were the most likely to beat her. And not everyone removed their vote for Raven Jill, but enough did and dogpiled on you slowly so she could avoid that that honor. Feel like Raven does understand that because you voted for her because you also wanted to avoid that honor. You know another rule not in place? Not in place is that there's no rule against voting for yourself. You could have voted for yourself. The number of times I said to the only one of my friends I couldn't convince to vote for you was you yourself. And you might have won if you had just removed your vote from Ravengel. You voted in time to keep it evened up. Could have pulled away then. I think that there's only two ways a player will win. One is if they're Ravengel. She is probably the only player who can win just from general popularity. The other way is if someone's friends make a super concerted effort to help them win. And there and other people like them too. Do you think there's anyone else who can just if Raven and you weren't in it, well, you won't be in it, and I'm pretty sure Raven will withdraw. Do you think there's anyone else who, just in terms of general likability, could win like Raven would be able to? Hmm, for sure. What about Adam, the most popular player on the server? I'm trolling. If you don't know who Adam is, then that's because he is a recluse. And I'm talking to the people who've been on the server forever. You might not even know Adam. He's my neighbor. If they were still around, someone I might vote for is Colonel Panics. That cake farm, that public farm, has helped so many people. Colonel Panics hasn't been around in a while. And the farms aren't as well maintained. It's so probably Colonel wouldn't win, but when they were active, he'd have a good chance. The one I want to see win at least once, and I do want to see Rosa Wolf win, is I think it'd be hilarious if Interloper won. I think that'd be so funny. I'd be so troll. Which way was I going? Sorry. Okay. Who would be amongst the least likely to win? Me. I would be one of the most least likely to win. Not one of the people who, when a new person joins, says welcome. Not overly. helpful. My builds are okay, but there are a lot of good builders on this server who've been around a lot longer than me. Hmm. I feel like not getting the award again should be a requirement and not just optional. Of course, you were very nice and withdrew yourself optionally, but it'd be nice if eventually every deserving player could get Player of the Month. It's just so hard to weigh in on what makes someone deserving of Player of the Month. Is it good builds? Is it a good personality? Is it helpfulness? Is it humor? That's what I like about this server. So many players have so many different things to offer. If we were all alike, it'd be a boring server. But people have their own strengths. They might they have their own style. Diversity is what makes it strong. So I did the server tour and you people saw builds very unlike my own. It's just a variety. Oops. And I immediately do something that will lead me to eating sooner again. Diamond block, please. Where did the diamond block come from? Notice at the very end, someone really wanted Ravenville to win Player of the Month, and they offered a diamond block to people who would vote for Raven. And I didn't do the same. You know why? I'm poorer than that person. They could totally outbid me. Did you think I would say I'd never stoop that low? No, no, no. They could totally outweigh me in diamonds. Times a million. I've gotten diamonds, but I like using them to build. And they go a lot quicker when instead of a stack of diamond blocks, it's just a stack of building blocks. Be kind of fun choosing the player of the month solely on who donates the most diamond blocks. Literally removing all sentiment from it, just saying you can't vote for yourself, but whoever you donate to the most will win player of the month. Yeah, literally putting your money where your mouth is. Monetary player of the month. People would be like, you only won because people donated the most diamond blocks for you. And it's like, that's exactly the point. Maybe there'd be a rule that it'd also not necessarily be the most richest player, like, or someone affiliated with the richest player. The richest player might just not care. Might be like, this is pointless. I'm not going to waste my diamonds on this. And the reward would be all the diamonds going to the player of the month. And now the ice parts. The part where if I have trusted the wrong person on this claim, they can place a single torch and turn my build to a messy mass of water. Not gonna lie, I did consider not doing this ice for that very reason. But everyone on this server is totally trustworthy, right? Right? Okay, back to the stream. I'm gonna double check that I have on my trust list later. Yeah. Make sure that Adam knows not to place torches on ice so they won't melt. I will let Adam do this and then never let him live it down for making such a noob mistake. What a casual. Gonna be like, you didn't know that torches melt ice? Then I'll just start giving him tips like, the first thing you're supposed to do when you start Minecraft is punching trees, punching a tree. Did you know that if you get too close to creepers, they blow up and that can cause damage? There are some light sources that don't melt ice. I'm sure Adam will be looking those up. If you're wondering why we're talking about Adam and torching, he torches thoroughly. The only one who places down more light sources than Adam is Coyote is Awesome. Coyote is Awesome has the most insane lit up base in terms of illumination that I have ever seen. It makes perfect sense and at the same time no sense whatsoever. It's like that later where they're grating cheese on top of your food and yes, do you want some more? Or someone who's just making your pizza, do you want some more? And then you say a lot more. And then they actually like just take the entire bag of cheese and dump it on in random places so much that you're like, oh no, you can't ask them to take it off. That's what Coyote's base is. Not an over cheese pizza, but an overlit base. It's on right now. No. I literally have a home at his base just to stare at that. It's quite something to see. In fact, let me show you. I'll show you. It starts right here. Just look at this well-lit base. In fact, it gets it. I don't. It's crazy. It's even in places where he doesn't need the lighting, and in places where it's mob proofed and stuff. It's pretty much the only places aren't lit are places where it's deliberately creeper farm. Yeah, there are more. Anyway, shout out to the best lit place I've ever seen. To do it justice, I'd have to stay there for like half an hour showing all the torches. It's not just how heavily torched it is, it's the size, but you got a bit of the idea. No. Okay. Do I not do I not have Swift Sneak? No, I do have Swift Sneak. Okay. What if I could control a boat so well I could just go at the speed of a boat on ice placing blocks? That'd be nice. And as soon as I do that, I feel like I have a good chance of getting this done in a single stream. Maybe. In this stream, this floor. That would be epic. Some part of me is hoping it'll go faster from now on. But there's going to be a lot more block variation. One of the reasons this is easy is because it's blue ice and ice. Some of my builds, they have gradients that have like put 30 colors in them. So just in terms of inventory space, it's going to be tricky. Maybe. We'll see. See. I like the custom death messages on here. Like, with Elytra or fall damage. Something like so and so tried to defy the laws of gravity, but just went splat. Or when you get killed by slime, it said this person ate too much jello. That might be my favorite. Take that back. Felt like I'd placed a lot more. Well, I did place a lot. I have a lot to go. Only had to play 6 shulkers of blue ice. I think I have to play 16 shulkers of ice just for this floor. At least 15. My favorite block in the game is light blue stained glass. Hopefully the block though. I mean, my answers are boring. Like I'm ass terrain, so technically I'd say my favorite block is stone or grass blocks. But one block I really like is spruce planks. It's just a pleasant block to look at. Has the same types of trapdoors and doors. Spruce is just a perfectly done wood. What's your favorite block? I would never know. Wonder what favorite block. Could never guess. Nope, not at all. Nope, nope. I don't think I could guess. Not one bit. No idea. Nope. Could it be a purple block? Maybe. Oh, then I know. You're the terracotta lady. It is purple glazed terracotta, right? Oh, am I wrong? It's not purple glazed terracotta. Then how about magenta glazed terracotta? With, the terracotta with the arrows. Oh, am I wrong? How about cyan glazed terracotta? The creeper face terracotta. That is a tricky block to use. I've only used it in one build on here, and I'm trying to use every block. It is bad though. It's it's definitely not a go-to block. You have to plan around it to build it. It's not the color. The colors are nice, although they're already a little flashy. But it's the face, the creeper face. I do use cyan on one build. Use it on this tavern. Um, use it behind here, just a little bit. It's crazy. I was tinkering. I was like, cyan glazed terracotta is actually the best block to complete that pattern. Okay, so maybe I didn't plan around it. It just fit in that one situation. What is the hardest block to build with in the game? Well, magenta, yes and no. Has a giant arrow on it, but arrows can be useful. I mean, a very specific use. People have used it to use arrows. But you might be right. That might be the worst block. I don't know. If you really need an arrow facing a certain direction, magenta glazed terracotta. And if you don't, then never magenta glazed terracotta. Not everyone likes terracotta. In fact, there's pretty much only one terracotta everyone's been guaranteed to use, and that's white terracotta. Because it's the closest thing to, you know, skin color. Hands down, nothing else even comes close. So if you've ever built someone in Minecraft, you probably use white terracotta. Oops. Well, I have done all the blue ice. I've done a lot of ice in the middle. That will eventually be the inside. But I think that's all I'm going to do for this stream. I might do some icing off camera and complete it, or I might come back where I left off from the next stream. I do like this a lot easier than the part before, and after that, we're going to start getting to the really colorful builds. And I'm going to actually be asking anyone if they want me to build one thing first before the other. Be showing more of the castle. Anyway, thanks for joining this stream. Thanks for supporting Magenta Glazed Terracotta. And you have a lovely day.